I was hired to photograph a surprise wedding where the bride had no idea she was getting married that day. What happened next made me delete all evidence of the event. As a wedding photographer with 10 years of experience, I thought I'd seen every possible variation of the big day minus beach ceremonies, skydiving vows, underwater exchanges of rings. But when Marcus contacted me about capturing his surprise wedding, I realized I was entering new territory. She thinks we're going to her parents' 40th anniversary party, Marcus explained during our consultation. But when we arrive, it'll actually be our wedding. I've got her dress. Her family's all in on it. Even her best friends are flying in secretly. I felt uneasy but reminded myself that couples surprise each other with proposals all the time. Marcus assured me that Alicia had always said she hated wedding planning and would prefer to just show up and get married. He had approval from her parents and had even shown me text from Alicia joking about exactly this scenario. The day arrived and I positioned myself discreetly at the venue minus a beautiful restored barn decorated with thousands of fairy lights and flowers. Guests arrived, all maintaining the secret with excited whispers. Marcus stood nervously at the makeshift altar in his tuxedo when Alicia arrived with her parents, wearing what she thought was just a nice dress for their anniversary. Her face registered confusion at seeing so many of their friends. Then Marcus approached with a garment bag containing her wedding dress. "We're getting married today," he announced, beaming. The silence that followed was deafening. Alicia's expression wasn't joy or happy shock, minus it was pure horror. She looked at the dress, then at the assembled guests, then back at Marcus. "You did all this without asking me?" Her voice was barely audible. "You always said you hated wedding planning, Marcus," replied his smile faltering. "Remember you said you'd rather just show up as a joke, Marcus Idjokik." Her voice rose with each word. "I've been dreaming about planning my wedding since I was a little girl." What followed was the most uncomfortable 30 minutes I've ever witnessed. Alicia disappeared with her mother and best friend into a back room. Guests awkwardly milled about, pretending not to hear the heated conversation happening behind the door. When Alicia emerged, her eyes were red but her voice was calm. "I'm sorry everyone came all this way. There won't be a wedding today, maybe someday, but not like this." She approached me before leaving. "Please delete those photos. I don't want to remember today." Marcus tried to salvage the situation, insisting they could still get married, that he'd done everything out of love. But the damage was irreparable. I watched as years of relationship crumbled in minutes because one person thought they knew better than to actually communicate. On my drive home, I deleted every image from my memory cards. Some moments shouldn't be preserved. The lesson I learned that day wasn't about photography, but about relationships. No matter how well you think you know someone, some decisions should never be made unilaterally, especially the one that's supposed to join two lives together as equals. 3 months later, I received a booking request from Alicia. She's planning her wedding now minus to someone new, and this time she's making every decision exactly the way she wants.